Good afternoon, FLOSSTUBE. Welcome to the homestead. It is Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah, because we had band last night.
It's Wednesday, July 3rd. Welcome to Homesteading on the Homefront, our 45th episode. It's so hot and gross here, little one just said. I think we should say half a day, FLOSSTUBE, because it feels like we're in Guam. True story. All right, as you can see, you couldn't see that. Our mirror just fell over, so we can't see anything.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. We are home from StitchCon, and we have a mess on the table. So I said, we have got to do a video so that we can put this mess away before Daddy comes home. So we are going to kind of give you another recap. We did one the other day in the hotel room, but we didn't have everything out and with us. So we're going to give you another recap of our StitchCon trip and show you what we got. So, first thing, I've had several of you ask me if we made it to Lehman's, and yes, we did. And so, our
Mom did good.
These are our souvenirs, and I have a pattern that I acquired on the trip that I'm intending to stitch here and hang. And
I think I might have one.
You don't know exactly what you're doing though.
The watermelon one we got.
Maybe. So those are going to be our StitchCon Ohio souvenirs. We also went to the Fabric Peddler in Wadsworth, Ohio, which happened to be the same town that my husband's godparents live in. So we got to visit with them, and then we got to do some shopping at the Fabric Peddler, which is a quilt fabric shop, but they also have cross-stitch stuff. So you want to show what you got?
Sure. I got a Heart and Hand wee watermelon.
And I had forgotten, but Cecilia Turner was at StitchCon, so you could have had her sign it, but
oh well,
totally forgot about that. All right, I got some trims.
Fix the mirror like
yeah, I got some trims from Lady Dot Creates. Nope, sorry, Dames of the Needle. Sorry, Dames of the Needle. So I love this size trim for smalls and stuff. And then I got some pomegranate and Oscar because I needed that for to finish Sparrow.
This isn't good yet.
And then I found this, which is not easy to find. So I nabbed them, or I nabbed it while I could. It is the Blackbird Designs December stockings. And then I got a Bee's Blessings, which...
Is that good?
Tilt it down. Which this is what I'm planning on putting on my Lehman's thing. But now that I'm looking at it, this is more oval than circle. So who knows? Maybe that won't happen.
Yes.
And I also got... she had some freebies, and I finally got Farm Fresh from last year's market. I'm a little behind the times here.
It's okay.
So that was our haul at Fabric Peddler. And then we went to Keepsakes, and we pulled into town on Thursday morning at 10:30, and Keepsakes didn't open until 11. So we were just going to organize the car and, you know, kill some time. But then Jen Spooner Stitcher saw us sitting in the car, and she's like, come on in. So we went in, and for like the first 5 or 10 minutes we were the only ones in Keepsakes other than Linny and Joe and Jen, so that was fun. And then some other people came and joined us, but it never got crowded, and I was the first one in line at the cash register. No lines, no waiting. So we have our gingham bag.
You have your gingham bag.
That's right. You exercised great restraint there, didn't you? Mm-hmm. So my goal going into keepsakes was I wanted to look at all of the models. I had one pattern that I wanted to purchase, but I really wanted to see the models. And so I did. Spent lots of time, took lots of pictures. They were amazing. I got the one pattern that I wanted. I was hoping that it would be available for StitchCon, and it was. So I've got the hands-on design by Kathy and Priscilla. And then I found this chart by Cecilia Turner. It is part of the series that she did for last year's StitchCon as a fundraiser. But of course I wanted the beehive, and then I thought these were cute for little smalls exchanges too. So I got that. And then some more freebies that I picked up, but that was it as far as haul goes. After the thrift stores in Ohio Amish country, I exercised great restraint.
Besides the cheese, the trip was almost cheap. Yeah,
we looked around the annex. Again, so many amazing pieces in the trunk shows. Teresa, Shakespeare's Peddler, sent the model of Savior's Praise, so it was so amazing to be able to see that in person. And I'll talk about it more later probably, but I was playing musical chairs and visiting different tables, and I went to one table and I started going on and on about how thrilled I was that I got to see Savior's Praise, and one of the ladies says to me, "You know she was the model stitcher, right?" So yes, Chris C. was there, who was the model stitcher, so that unleashed, just so many questions. So I would never have known that had I not been jumping from table to table, so that was exciting. All right, so that was Lehman's haul, Fabric Peddler haul, Keepsakes haul. The only other haul we had was some thrift store finds that we didn't show you the other day. You want to show them what you got?
So for $2, we got a total of, I think, 22 skeins of DMC. Lots of colors and a basket.
So this basket is handmade, 1980 something, and I paid $1 for it. But little one was saying, "Mom, I'm gonna need more 930 for my Liberty project," and I was like, "Oh, do you know how many skeins of 930 I have at home? I'm not buying you 930.
Use my skein."
And then we get to the thrift store and they had these bags of floss for 50 cents and $1, and we saw that 930 was in one of them. So
I think there were 2 skeins of them.
Probably. So she got her skein of 930. So just a couple things that I got that I didn't show you the other day. This is an oldie but goodie, with vegetables.
Or a thrift store?
That was Freebie, I think. And then a magazine I haven't looked through yet. This one's new to me, Create and Decorate. And some wool applique goodness. I think I paid, 25 cents or 10 cents for those. The magazines in Amish country at the thrift stores were really cheap. Is that all you got for thrift store finds? We showed everything else the other day.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things that happened at StitchCon was a needle minder swap. It kind of reminded me of my days in Girl Scouts when we would go camping and we would have pin swaps. So it was very similar to that, very informal. You just went around and saw who had needle minders and you traded. And so I made a bunch of them and I gave them to little one and told her it was her job to get rid of them.
So these are not just the ones I got at StitchCon. These are all of my needle minders. If you don't see yours and I traded with you, it's because I gave it to either eldest or mom. So I've got all my cat needle minders. And then these 2 magnets are just keep stitching. They didn't come from Pam and Steph. They came from someone else. And this needle minder came from Nicole Buckeye Stitcher. who someone asked if she was my mom, so I thought that was funny.
And she didn't know it, but yes, Anne of Green Gables is one of our all-time favorites. So that was a great choice.
What'd you get from her?
This is my needle minder from Nicole.
Eldest
Thanks,
got
Nicole.
one too.
Yes, she did. She will show that when she is next on a video. All right, so then we had some other gifts. So this is adorable. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that one.
And then I have a fan came over to me and they had started crocheting and they gave me a cute little strawberry ornament and I made it a scissor fob.
If that was you, please comment so that we can put a name and a face with the strawberry. And then your tool.
Where's my water bottle? So this is from Lorraine at Rags to Stitches USA. It's for when you're ending a thread and you can't get a grip on your needle, you put it in this plastic tube and it helps you get a grip.
Get a grip. It's like she knows you.
So she said it would help expand my stitching tool collection. Yep.
And then Debbie made these little project information sheets on rings with Floss Away bags. So that was very nice.
Where's yours?
Is that
one's mine?
Oh, mine's here somewhere. Right here. This was the pattern that I chose. So thank you, Debbie. Debbie was one of the Massachusetts contingents, and so we had lunch at Skyline with Debbie and Apple and Amy, and so that was great. And then I think this came from Karen. Karen M. Did you make these? They were on the front table for people to grab, and so I snagged one. Very pretty. All right, should we talk about smalls exchanges?
Sure.
All right, you go first because I got to reach over and get mine.
Okay, so mine came... Where'd the card go?
Kim at Stitch Adventure.
Yes, Stitch Adventures. She has a floss tube. So this is the stitched... What do you call it? It's what I got. It's really cute, and I can't wait to have it in my room.
Show the back. Show the owl on the back.
Oh, I thought you said bag. It's cute.
And it's purple, so it matches
Yes.
her room perfectly.
And then this is the bag. It has llamas on it. And then there's a bunch of goodies in the bag. These two retractable highlighters, which I will use. Some stickers. A little wooden display and stand that you can use. And
That's cute.
a little llama pinata sticker. And then this is the card. So I enjoyed opening it and looking at all the goodies.
And my small is this beauty. It is a blackbird design. Isn't it gorgeous? And it's even backed with a scrap of blackbird fabric. And this was stitched by Tracy. And I have to show you the card. It's a Jenny Bean card. And I told her this made my day because my last order from Teresa at Kitten Stitcher, she must have been out because I didn't get one. And so now I have a Jenny Bean card. So I was very excited about that. And other little goodies.
Yeah, should we show
And some color and cotton because I have never stitched with color and cotton before. So Somewhere I bought a couple skeins for myself, but these actually match very nicely the 3 colors that I bought for myself, so I cannot wait to use those.
What about all the stuff that was in the StitchCon bags?
People have showed the StitchCon bags. So again, and then we also have Tracy to thank. You wanna carefully show your shirt?
Yes.
Oh, you do have pants on. I didn't know if she had pants on or not.
So it has a hood too, somewhere.
So what happened was, this is actually a size large, and Tracy ordered it, and understandably it didn't fit her because it's tiny. So her friend had ordered an extra large and gave that to Tracy, and so Tracy gave this to little one because she said she was the only person in the room who it would fit, and I think she's right about that. So thank you, Tracy.
Thank you. Although I'm sweltering right now in it.
Yeah, it is a little warm. Okay, so we did smalls exchanges. So now we get to talk about our stitching progress.
What about the freebie table?
Oh, we didn't talk about the freebie table. You're right.
No.
All right, we'll show what we got at the freebie table.
Should I go first?
Yes, you can go first.
I got this little como te llama bag because I've been taking Spanish in school, and so I'm keeping all the stuff for needle minders in it. And these are the things I got to stitch needle minders. This one has a bunch of farm stuff. This one also has a bunch of farm stuff, and I love the little watermelon heart. Where is it? Right there. And then this one has a front. And this one has wintry patterns. And this one has borders. So I will be using those for next time we go to StitchCon.
Oh, and you got to thank Amy for these too.
Amy got the Steph basket, and she gave me these little pins that I think are adorable, and I will be putting into little pillows. I have this magazine, which I got for the watermelon in that corner, so that'll be cute once I stitch it. And I have Lizzie Kate's US Squared. Ooh, that battery's running out.
Yeah, we gotta hurry up.
Slice of Freedom, and a little watermelon box that I can stitch.
All right, the camera battery is blinking, so if we get cut off, you'll know why. So I got Cricut Collection. When Misty first started doing FLOSSTUBE, she was working on this pattern right here, the cow, and I really loved it, so I want to stitch that. Don't necessarily want to stitch all of them, but I found several more in the series, so I got them just to keep it together. Once I stitch this and pass them on, I can pass them on as a group.
I also got a lot of little count Ada for needle minders.
This one I got because I used to own it, and I actually stitched this one for my mother back in, the 90s. And I changed the house to look like the house that we grew up in. And so I said to little one, "Do you recognize this?" And she's like, "Yeah, that's at Grandma's house." So I got rid of a lot of my patterns of things that I stitched. And so I snagged this one up from the Stitchy table, or the Freebie table. And then this one I loved. I am thinking of doing these individually as smalls and keeping them in a basket, because I do love Crocs. I got the Katie,
the shoes.
No, I got the Katie Bemis sampler, which I loved. I got this issue of just cross stitch because it's got a Mary Beale stocking in it, and I want to make those. And some more random magazines, of course, right? We had to have the watermelon. And this one, because this is my false craft pattern. And somewhere I have this book, but I haven't been able to find it since we unpacked. So I nabbed this one. All right, real quick, show your stitching progress.
I don't have any.
Oh, you don't?
I stitched
you
a little
showed
on
it.
my watermelon, but not enough to show on FLOSSTUBE.
All right, well, I will show my progress. I got the urn and the pumpkin all filled in at StitchCon. And then I worked on it last night and I finished up the leaves. And now I'm doing the motifs that go around. This one is over 1 and there's more of those. And then this one will be done. So I'm excited about that one.
I do have this though.
And then my finish, which was not quite a StitchCon finish.
It's close enough to count.
Close enough to count.
We just don't have a bell.
This one right here. Now, originally, where's my paper? I don't know where it went. Originally, there was a verse about it's better to live on the corner of a rooftop than in a house with a quarrelsome wife. So I changed it to my favorite from Proverbs 31.
That's fun though.
Oh, here it is. I can show the picture.
What is
right there. So that is a finish and is done. This is the project I worked on Saturday, the first day, and I got all of this brown, right? I didn't even make a dent in all the brown that needs to be filled in. But I worked some on her skirt here, and I got all of this, I don't know if this is a basket or a carrot or